Hi all, this is Dominique Larkin, and today I'm going to teach you how to search for a character using ComicVine. So first off, what is ComicVine? ComicVine is one of my personally favourite sites, and it's a site for specifically fans of comics to search to find information. It can be useful for people who aren't into comics, however it can be a lot harder to find information if you don't know what you're looking for. So, first thing, how do we actually get to ComicVine? Well, we access our normal search bar, whether that be Bing, Yahoo, or in my case, Google, and we type in comic space vine. As you can see, I've been there a number of times. Now then we select the first result, and that will take us to the main homepage. Now from here there's a number of things we can look at, such as recent articles, news, new comics, and so on. But what we're focusing on today is actually how to search. Okay, so picking a character. First thing obviously to decide on is who to look for and how to look for them. Now there are a number of ways that fans especially can do this, but for new people it's probably best to just pick the superhero name of a character you're looking for, such as Batman, Superman, Thor, whatever you're after. But just be aware that, especially with DC comic characters such as Batman and Superman, a lot of them actually have the same name, which can make it a bit harder to find the character that you're looking for. So today I'm going to go with a Marvel character, and we're going to type in his superhero name, which is Daredevil. Ooh, that doesn't normally come up. Okay, so now we're at the search page. Now there's a number of different things that relate to the name Daredevil, and so now we need to select which one we're actually looking for. Now the one I'm looking for is the character, so the very first result. And you can see there it says character in the middle. But you can also look for specific volumes, so we've got the first volume here, another different character that's related, possibly, or by a different author or creator. Then we've got more volumes and more related characters. So we go back up to the top. This character I recognise the picture of, and I also recognise the synopsis, and so I click on that link up the top. Now this will bring me to his main page. So from here there's a number of things that I can learn about the character. Here we've got his name, which is what we selected, and then a very brief synopsis of the character so that we know that we're on the right page. Now I'm very aware as a comic book fan that Daredevil is called Matt Murdock and that this is his backstory. So I know that I have the right character. Now if we go down, we can also see a number of different things. We can see the latest images that have been added. We can see all of the different volumes and issues that he's appeared in. Now, one little trick here, which is a very interesting trick in my opinion, you can actually have a look at the specific volume, so we'll go into this one, or you can look at the number of appearances that characters had within the volume. Now, if you want to see that, you do have to click on the little link below the title of the volume. Now, I'll just show you a quick comparison there. Okay, so this here is the volume. This is the entire volume. This has every single issue, related characters, related creators, and related links. And from there you can also click on the issue, which will give you this, and it will give you exact characters and creators that appear within that issue, as well as a little synopsis of what happens within that issue. Let's just get out of that. Now this is the one I clicked on with the appearances within the issue. As the titular character, Daredevil, or Matt Murdock, appears in every issue. However, if you were looking for, say, Spider-Man's appearances within Daredevil, you would probably find that this page only comes up with, say, 30 out of 133 issues. And they would specifically show up here. And again, you can click on the links to find out more about that particular issue. Just while I'm on that, issues, for those who are not aware, are the little mini chapters, I suppose you could call them, that are released monthly within a full volume. So comics are actually released like a little magazine, every month, and then they're compiled into a volume or a trade paperback later on. So just a bit of information there. Okay, so back to the main page. What else can we find? We've got the general information here. We've got his superhero name, his real name, any aliases that he or other people use for him. We can see the publisher that publishes the character. We can see the creators of the character. We can see the character's gender and character type. Now, character type, we've got here human. Sometimes you will find aliens, and they will be specifically named from within the series. So you might have the Kree, for instance, which are an alien species created by Marvel, and that will be under the character type there. But in this case, Daredevil is human. Okay, so we've got his first appearance in all of history. That's the very first issue he appeared in. We see the number of appearances that he's made across his debut. We can see his birth date, and we can see the times that he's died. Now, for fans of Daredevil out there, Daredevil is not dead. Please do not be concerned. These are the times when he has either died in the current continuity and been brought back to life, or when he has an alternate version of him has died. For some characters, such as Jean Grey, which some of you may know from the X-Men, there will be a great number of death dates, and they will all be linked here. And unfortunately, there is no status to say whether or not they are currently alive or dead. Normally that's where you go for this, but seeing as a lot of characters do die and get brought back to life, that's not quite noted here. Okay, so then we've got the different types of powers. For those of you who aren't aware, Daredevil is not really superhuman. He does not have super strength or anything like that, but he has enhanced senses. And so they've put all of those enhanced senses in here, as well as his normal human skills such as agility, gadgets, escapism, marksmanship, and all of that. Now just back up to the top, we can see that they take you through the general history of the character, such as his origin and current plot events, along with major information such as his creation and evolution. Okay, so back up here, we can see the different films and TV spin-offs that he has appeared in. We can also see the teams that he's affiliated with, the friends that he has, and the enemies that he's made. If we go further down, we can see the recent issues that he's appeared in, so you can see that all of these have come out within the last few months and are listed there. And if you click on one of those, it will take you straight to that issues page that I was showing you before, with the creators and the characters and the synopsis of that particular issue. Okay, let's go a bit further down and see what else. Okay, so we have a thing called lists on this site. Now this is a wiki site, meaning that lots of different people who are registered can contribute to the information provided on this site. Now these lists are actually created by contributors, and they list characters with similar attributes or just general appearances sometimes, or even just lists of male characters that are superheroes. And from this, lists in which Daredevil actually appears in are linked to this page. So if we go to someone's favorite characters here, or actually better, self-titled characters. So these are people who have a title that is their own, such as Superman, and so they've got a comic with their title. And so here we can see a bit of an article that someone's written, and then a list. So we've got the picture, the actual name, and then the reasons and appearances of why those characters are on this list. Okay. And then we can see the top contributors to the list, which can be very interesting if you're looking for particular types of information. and there's lots of people who post similar things. Now if we just go down to the bottom, we'll actually find that after all of the major events that has happened to this character, and we're up to date with what's happening, we can see more little fields here. So we've got the powers and abilities again, and this is a bit more of an extended version than what we were talking about before with the simple agility mark, which is a tag. We've got the weaknesses as well, and if the powers have ever changed, which they have in Daredevil's case. Again, we get some more personal data which describes generally appearance. We get weapons and equipment, and then we get alternate versions. For those of you familiar with comics, they generally have a lot of spin-offs or different alternate realities in which their actual characters appear. A very famous one by Marvel is the zombie arc, in which they zombified every single character within an alternate reality and created a spin-off series of it. And so that gives a general explanation of what the character did and how they appeared within that particular arc or spin-off. Then we've got the other media, which is again an extension on the previous information under the general information. So we've got what he did and what episodes he's appeared in on television shows. We've got a bit of a synopsis of all the films he's appeared in. And then we've got some video games as well, and also the toys. As you can see, there's also a novel called Daredevil, which was based on the movie, which is also listed under this. And that's everything. That is how you use ComicVine to research a character. So I hope that was a bit useful, and I hope it was interesting. Thank you.